still had some issues with graphing. The first thing you need to understand is the difference between each one of these graphs. Your bar graph is used just to look at different types or different groups of things. So for example, when I'm taking a poll, when I'm asking everyone, how much did you enjoy eating this food? And I take a rating, there's different groups. Or what's our favorite color? Or what's my favorite snack? So I have different separate groups. I'm not trying to see a trend. I'm not trying to see if there's an increase or decrease. Can I say there's an increase here? I can't say that. But I can say which group is the biggest. I can say which group is the smallest. So I've separated them into different separate groups. So that's when I do a bar graph. If I have any data that wants me to do separate groups, I'm doing a bar graph. So I'm going here. I've got my data right here. You just highlight it and make sure that the one that's on the x-axis comes first, the one that's on the y-axis comes second, please. Highlight it all, insert, chart. And then here, because most of you are going to do this in sheets, you get to pick what's your chart type. Do, for this one, obviously a bar graph. Now, guys, usually it does all of this information for you. This is not a good enough title, so you need to edit that. Number of student versus snack. What snack? Is it their dog's favorite snack? Is it their least favorite snack? Is it the snack that they think should be annihilated from the face of the earth? What does this mean? So, for example, I would say favorite snacks in class 8A, right? So I've given you, I spelled that wrong, I think. I've given you a title that tells me what this chart is about. Or, least favorite snack in Arthur Phillip High School teachers, whatever. So I'm telling you what this data is talking about. Do not just give me a title that says number of students versus snack. I need to know, I can tell that it's a number of students versus snack. I can see your axis titles. But I also need to tell from your chart title what this data is talking about. So this is a perfect bar graph. I've got the title there. I've got the two axes titles. I can see which group is the biggest, which group is the smallest, and it's separated into different groups. That's how you'd produce a bar graph. For a line graph, and there's two types of line graphs we do, and you have to know which one to pick. So you're trying to show a change over time. Even if it's not a change over time, you're trying to see something increasing or decreasing. If it's increasing, it's going to start from here and go up. If it's decreasing, it's going to start from up and go down, right? So you're trying to see something changing over time. Am I trying to see a change here? No, I'm not trying to see a change. I'm just trying to see which one's the biggest, which one's the smallest. For a line graph, you're trying to see a pattern or a trend. You're trying to see if something's going up or down. So, looking at this one, for example, we've got across the days of the week, what's the temperature? So, same thing. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to go insert, charts, and I'm going to press this one. Now, miss, do I do this one or do I do the line of best fit? That's what we're going to talk about now. For a chart like this, obviously the first thing that sucks about this is the title. I'm going to fix that up. So I'm not going to just say temperature versus day. I know that it's temperature versus day. I can see that. You guys need to be able to edit that and say change in temperature across the week. Something like that. Something that tells me what's going on in this graph. Now, with this graph, can I say, oh, okay, so it went up and it kind of went down. Can I say, oh, as we move through a week, the temperature increases? No. That's not even a thing. I can't even prove that as I go through the week, my temperature increases. That's random. Temperature is random across the week. So I'm not trying to see a trend in terms of, does my temperature increase across the week or does it decrease across the week? I'm just trying to see which day of the week has the highest temperature. So really, this is kind of like a bar graph. The only difference is that it's connected through dots. So this one's the connect the dots kind of graph. You're just connecting the dots and it looks like a bar graph, because from this I can tell you Thursday has the highest temperature in the week. Monday has the lowest temperature in the week. That's all I'm doing. I'm just telling you which one has the highest. I'm not telling you that, it increases and then it decreases. You can mention that, but I'm not proving anything. I'm not proving to you that my temperature increases over time or decreases over time. If I am looking at something like this, and I'm going to randomly steal this data and put it here, and I'm going to say height of a plant in centimeters, which is the one we've been talking about a lot. Now, with this one, and I'm also going to create a line graph, same thing, chart, except I'm not going to press line chart. I'm going to scroll down somewhere here, scatter chart. There we go. Now, ideally, this would look different because you would hope that the plant height is going to change. So I'm going to make this like 30, 34, let's say 36. I don't know why I'm panicking. Okay, so now, am I trying to prove something? Am I trying to prove that across the week the plant height increases? Yes, that is a thing. That can happen. I am trying to actually prove that there is a change or a trend or a pattern. Whereas in this one, I'm just trying to tell you which one's the biggest. I can't make this assumption that it's going to increase across the week. So you have to understand your data and what you're doing with it. Am I trying to show an increase or decrease? So with this one, it's not just a line graph. It's a line graph using a line of best fit. And I'm trying to see a change or a trend. I'm trying to prove to you that there is an increase or a decrease. Same thing, height plant in centimeters per day. What the hell does that mean? Change in a plant's height across the week. So now I'm trying to actually prove something. Across the week, the plant of the height increases. You don't leave it at this, by the way. You add your line of best fit. You go edit the chart. You go to series, it's in customize. Go to series, scroll all the way down, press on trend line. That's it. You can change that color if you like. It doesn't matter what you do. That's all. My trend line is good. That's all I want to see. I can see your 2 axis titles. I can see your chart title. I can see your data, and I can see the trend line. Amazing. That's all I can ask for. So you want to differentiate between these 2 graphs. With this one, it's basically like a bar graph. It's just telling me which one is the biggest, which one's the smallest. But with a graph like this, I'm trying to prove something. I'm trying to say, hey, I start off at a low number and I increase, or I start off at a big number and I decrease. I'm trying to make a point. The last one is your pie graph. Now, pie graph, and this is really important, are showing parts of a whole. So it's going to have to be from a larger number. So you want to show how much of something it takes up. For example, the favorite type of movie, I can't just go around the school and ask everyone what's their favorite type of movie. I also need to count how many people I surveyed and take them from a whole. So here you go. We've got this data here. This is the easiest one. Insert chart. There we go. That's it. Again, horrible chart title. You have to put that anywhere. So, favorite subject of students at APHS. Right? So now this is considering from all the students, how many like PE, how many like history, how many like science. It's good. It's giving you the same analysis that a graph like this would give. It's just trying to show you which one's the biggest and which one's the smallest. So these 2 types of graphs, they show you largest and smallest numbers. Like I can tell you the most people like maths. I can tell you that here, the people's favorite food is chips. But from this type of graph, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to see, is there an increase or is there a decrease or is there no pattern whatsoever? So that's the point of a line graph. And not just a line graph with a line of best fit. This doesn't mean for your assessment that you have to use a line graph. You have to make the judgment to see which one of these are the most applicable to your graph. That's it.